Hello, hello, hello. It has been ooh, it has been 2 months since I have officially launched my business Ray Dre Presents, which is an edutainment production company centered around creating art that facilitates healing and community connections. And I figured someone else who is starting out as an entrepreneur may want to hear some things that I've learned in these past 2 months in launching my production company. And so I want to share my top 3 lessons so far. And while this is not my first business, I will say that this is the first business that I have, owned and launched outright on my own. And so, this feels a little bit different. Plus, I'm 40, so I feel like I'm over 40, excuse me. So I feel like I'm a little bit more responsible this time around when it comes to just, the administrative piece with the business. But okay, so here are my top 3 things. The first one, and this is something that keeps repeating in my head, is that it was built for such a time as this. So, a lot of people don't know that I've actually been trying to launch a production company since I was 25 years old. As a matter of fact, my first production company that never quite got off the ground was called Project 25 Productions, not to be confused with Project 2025. But so for 16 years, I have been trying to get this thing off the ground. And I remember I used to beat myself up a lot about it because it just wasn't happening. And, now that I'm looking at this as, a fully grown woman, I give myself so much grace now because, 16 years ago, I was, fresh out of college and just trying to figure out and navigate life. And then the husband came, and then the children came, and then the career change came, right? All of that has fueled the launch of Ray Dre Presents. Ray Dre Presents would not be what it is today and not be what it's going to ultimately be had I not taken the 15 years to incubate this thing. So it was built for such a time as this. And, there was no perfect time to launch it. Just to give you some perspective, I launched my production company the same week that I started a brand new job, a brand new 9 to 5. And on top of that, I'm coaching dance and I'm teaching dance classes. And I got 2 very active kiddos, and I have a husband that is, very busy, especially in the fall. So there was no perfect time. It was built for such a time as this. So to the budding entrepreneur or to the fellow entrepreneur, do not regret when you launched your business. It was built for such a time as this, and you will pivot and make decisions based on whatever the universe is putting in your path. The second thing that I'm learning is social media is a second business. And I have to really figure out how I want to use social media and have it work for me as opposed to me working for social media. And here's what I mean. I have spent more time and money than I would probably like to admit on creating this social media presence. And I feel like it has started to become a distraction from the actual real product and the actual real work that I'm doing. I am not looking right now. The primary goal is not to become this social media personality. Although I do recognize that I am the face of Ray Dre Presents, my brand. But the ultimate goal and the ultimate product is the show, Woo Child Black Women Working. And it's the opportunities to be out in the community and engaging and helping Black women restore after being traumatized in workplaces. So that's the product. The product is not, you know, the cutesy social media campaign. It's just not. And so I think these past 2 months have really taught me that I really have to be intentional on where I am investing my time. And, you know, while social media is a great tool and I'm going to continue to use it, and I want to continue to expand my work, I don't want to be so wrapped up in creating content that I'm not delivering on the actual product, which is the show. And the third and final thing that I'll share with you is, if you don't know or respect your business's mission, things and people will derail you. There are so many people, well-meaning, well-intentioned people, that have come to me with wonderful and brilliant ideas. And some of them may work further down the line. But for right now, it would derail me from my mission and purpose of my business. And so I can't get caught up in other people's thoughts and good ideas. And here's what I mean by that. There was a time where everybody's idea sounded better than mine. I was that person where I felt like people knew me better than I knew myself. And maybe it's because they sounded more confident about what they thought that they knew. But I look at me now and the work that I've truly had to do on myself and in birthing this business. And nobody knows this business. Nobody knows Ray Dre Presents better than me. Nobody. And so I can no longer prioritize other people's thoughts and feelings about my business over my own. And so, you know, while I'm somebody who loves to collaborate, I love to listen to people's ideas, those ideas no longer trump what I believe is best for Ray Dre Presents. And if I don't execute on this mission, then I can mess around and be in an additional 15-year holding pattern again. And I'm not doing that. So again, you know your baby, your business better than anybody. Like I said, I've been incubating this idea for 15 years, but as far as Ray Dre Presents was actually conceived 3 years ago. And so I have been intentionally designing this business to be what it is. And so the right people are going to connect to it. I'm going to find the right people to partner with. I'm going to find the right people who are going to benefit and be excited about this project. I'm going to find the funding that is necessary to give this project wings. So those are just my Monday musings around entrepreneurship. I hope that this helps someone. And I hope it gave you some more insight into what I'm trying to do with this brand. It's more than just social media, and it's more than just, putting on a show. It's rooted in healing. And if somebody ain't getting help by this thing, if somebody ain't being truly delivered and restored by this thing, including me, then I've missed the mark. Have a great week.